but we need to first give you the headlines, the highlights of the discussion. We will start by celebrating our ancestry before we celebrate the performance of our clubs, how the transfer business is going. Though the game between Western Nile Province and Busoga has been postponed, still Western Nile Province will be playing friendlies. As we talk right now, there will be a very big game between Western Nile Province and Made Awulogo Select. And as we talk right now, the team is still that side of Greater Nebi region, particularly in Adjumani district. We'll be doing analysis about that game. Also here in Arua City, still in West Nile, Onduparaka Football Club yesterday night had a friendly with the Kadzokezi Health Institute. How the game went will also be in person to give you discussion about the game. And Mustafa Tiza, as we talk right now, has already completed his move from the team of KCA to a team that plays in Portuguese Primera Division. I am actually talking about a very big team in the names of Aruca FC, and the team actually has been playing in the preliminary rounds of the UEFA Conference League, and they have already been knocked out of the competition. We'll also be doing discussion about that one. What about the transfer stories that continues to make headlines every day? As we said, we only left with 80 days for the summer transfer window to shut down, and some of the clubs, they're already done with transfer business. I can give one example with Real Madrid. Their coach Carlos Ancelotti came up saying that this time he cannot continue to bring in new faces into the club. The signing he has already made are enough for the team of Los Blancos. Manchester United, they still need 2 to 3 recruitments in the team, especially in the midfield. Sofian Amrabat, we can also confirm to you, has been left out of the squad of Fiorentina that will be playing Rapid Vienna of Austria in tonight's qualification of the Conference League. Manchester City, the news had just broken some few minutes ago. They had a bid of £55 billion to Wolves in order to sign their Portuguese midfielder Matheus Nunes, and that money has been rejected by the club. Plus so many stories that continues to make headlines. And also yesterday night, we had the playoffs of the UEFA Champions League. Remember, this is the last playoffs, and after that we will see the draws of the Champions League and also the UEFA Europa League playoffs, not forgetting about the UEFA Conference League I've just talked about. Like I said, I cannot talk alone. I am not alone in the studio. We will be breaking the contents together with Susie Linda, who is always with me in the studio. Good afternoon, Susie. You are most welcome.
Good afternoon, Benson, and good afternoon, viewer out there. I should say you're most welcome to. There is one of the biggest shows we have in the region, which is a Whistle Time, which comes your ways Mondays at there is a Saturdays at 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. and already it's 2 p.m. We are pushing through up to there is 3 p.m. There are a lot of stories by the way coming through. Just 2 minutes ago, Onduparaka has unveiled one of us as their PRO. There is Mr. Fudribo Owen, who happens to be one of the show hosts that you're actually watching. His unveiling has just been officially done some 2-3 minutes back. So the PRO Onduparaka Football Club is now Mr. Fudribo Owen Izaga, commonly known as Lovedy. I should say from Western Nile TV Whistle Time. Congratulations, colleague, I should say. But we are happy for you. Initially, he held that same position with a big league side. There is Calvary Midigo Football Club. And now that I think this is a new journey that he's yet to start at Arua City. Quite a good one for him. I think there are a lot of stories that I will be looking into, as you already gave in the breakdown of all the stories that will be going through, starting of course with the local scenes.
Okay, let's start from there. Mr. Owen Ezaga being appointed as the new public relations officer for the team Onduparaka FC. It's a very good news for the Western Nile TV. I think we can smile for that. And if you take a look at how the PRO job has been transpired at the camp of Onduparaka Football Club, I remember Mr. Otelulu Vegas was also there, their PRO, before leaving the work into the hands of La Liga, and La Liga has been replaced by Owen Ezaga. We are happy for that and wish him the best of it in the office. And let's start with the friend Rondo Parker played yesterday with the Kazokeji Health Institute. It was a brilliant one, though the first friendly they had, it was a disappointing result for them as the game ended in a 1-1 tie. It was actually with also a very tough team, a team called United Brothers. It never went so well for the team of Onduparaka Football Club. And yesterday's friendly, to me, was a good one. It was just an 4-0 win over a team, not a team, rather a school in the names of Kazokeji Health Institute. We can smile for that, which means they are preparing ahead of the new season.
They're doing quite preparations very well. This is the third friendly, by the way, that Onduparaka gets to play. The first one, they played it behind closed doors. That one was revealed by one of their key sources from inside. And then the second one was with United Brothers, which ended on a 1-1 tie down there. It wasn't a good one, though, because that was the first time they were playing a friendly in front of fans. Because remember, the first one they played it, that was behind closed doors. And then this second one, which they played yesterday against, there is a Kajokeji Health Institute. I think it was quite a very good one. It ended 4-0 on behalf of there is Onduparaka Football Club, and I should say congratulations to there is the new coach, Samson Tiza Okuti, who formerly was a coach of there is Leo Football Club, and currently he is the head coach of there is West Nile Drum Team, Fufa Drum. And the goals, the 4 goals that Onduparaka scored came in from Jimmy Pirio, scored 1 goal. And then Bonga Dominic also scored 1 goal. And then Boy Fazilino also registered a goal to his name. And then Ndifuna Bernard also got a goal to his name. So all that adds up to there is 4 goals beating Kajokeji Health Institute 4 goals to 0. It was quite a good one, and I think the preparations are going on quite so well ahead of the big league season, which the date for starting will be communicated initially. It has only been the Startimes Uganda Premier League date of kickoff for season 2023-2024, which has been there is a communicated. It starts next month. There is September, a few days to September actually, and then I think after Startimes Uganda Premier League kickstarts, we will also be very anxious waiting for the official dates that FIFA will actually put across for there is a big league to start.
I think this will also start to unveil new players. They have been linked with the move to sign so many players. Others are playing in the 4th Division League, others are regional league materials, others are playing in the top tier of Ugandan football, others are playing in the 2nd tier of Ugandan football, Startimes of FIFA Big League. And as we talk right now, they are yet to unveil a new player. And they have been, like I've said, they've been linked with the move to sign so many players. One of the players I can remember very well they have been eyeing is Antama Jr. from Arwekil Sports Club. The deal is already 90%, it's already in the pipeline about to come out. And as we talk right now, the player is even doing training with them, but they have not officially unveiled this player. And they have been so many players from the different clubs that are currently undergoing trials with them, and we are only left with something of around 80 days for the summer transfer window to shut down, and they have not unveiled any player. I think it's the right time for them to see that they start unveiling these players in front of the fans.
I think it's going to be quite easy that they will be unveiling players in front of fans because on their social media handles, by the way, recently I saw one player that was unveiled, which I will not be able to say out because we're waiting for the official communication from there is the PRO who takes office, I think, today after his unveiling as well. We'll get to host him probably next week or before this week ends. He will not be in the studios as a sports pundit, but he will be in the studios as an analyst. As a guest, representing there is Onduparaka Football Club as there is their PRO. He will get to tell us. I think he's now the right person to tell us the players that actually they've signed, the players they've added into camp, and the players they're yet to sign in these few days over there is the transfer windows are still being open. But apparently, I should say, I think we've been waiting for, or Onduparaka Football Club has been waiting for this very chance because it is the PRO portal that actually gives out all information concerning a club. So I think being without a PRO has actually been the reason why they have been silent about there is unveiling players.
Exactly.
So now that a PRO has been unveiled and he takes office, he has been unveiled today, a few minutes back, I think we'll be in position to be getting news coming in from Onduparaka, because they've been silent too much. And I can confirm to you viewers out there that actually with the PRO taking office, trust me, we'll be getting accurate information coming direct from the camp of Onduparaka Football Club.
Yeah, away from the camp of Onduparaka Football Club, this time we are shifting our focus to Yumbe, because we also having fans of Calvary Football Club. They may want to know something that is transpiring at the camp of Calvary, because in the new season of the Star Times FIFA Big League, we are going to have 2 clubs from West Nile region. Onduparaka, just we have been discussing about them, not forgetting about Calvary. Though we have another club coming from Northern region, that side of Lira Blacks Power. I know most of the fans that are based in West Nile, they follow Onduparaka and the team Calvary. They may also want to know something little about Calvary. We can also just a reminder to you, their coach Dudu Bosco left to Blacks Power. And as we talk right now, they have gone for another coach. I remember the coach they went for is the coach that promoted Mbale Heroes, a team that is based in Mbale, that side of eastern Uganda. The coach promoted Mbale Heroes to the FIFA Big League. They have gone for that coach, and people have not known him much and how they are doing their transfer business. The reports have not reached to our desktop. We don't give raw information, we give authentic information. Any new signing for the team of Calvary will also be in position to reveal the secret to the fans of Calvary. We don't leave these teams out. West Nile TV is not only for Onduparaka, not only for Awekili Sports Club, but it's for all the clubs we have in here in the country. In fact, we discuss every sporting activity that's taking place in the whole world. We also give information about Calvary once there is something that is transpiring at the camp of Calvary. Away from the story of those 2 clubs, Onduparaka and Calvary, we also need to go and celebrate our ancestry. We are all aware that the FIFA drum games that are supposed to be played this week, they have all been postponed. Not only the game between West Nile Province and Busoga yesterday, we talked lengthy about the game, and that one cannot stop our own side, West Nile Province, to play build-up matches. They had already scheduled the game up against a team, in fact, a side that comes from Adjumani. The team is called Ulogo Select. And this game has been scheduled to take place today, and it will still be played at the Paridi Stadium, that side of Adjumani. In fact, the home ground for Adjumani Town Council Football Club. And people had been asking themselves whether this build-up match was going to take place. We can confirm to you, still the game between West Nile Province team and the team Ulogo Select team will take place. I think this is a very good decision coming from the stakeholders and organizers to see that they keep these boys active, because we never know. Anytime FIFA, the federation, may come up with the specific date as the day for these games to be played. Like the game between URA and KCA was also moved ahead, and the date have been scheduled already. We'll look into that one. That is a very good decision being taken by the stakeholders and the organizers to see that the boys are kept active.
I think it's quite a very good one after the news of the games that were supposed to be held over this weekend. There is in the FIFA drum fixtures had been postponed. There was an emergency sitting that happened with the management and stakeholders that were involved within West Nile FIFA drum team that had already, by the way, traveled to Germany. I think they had to sit down to actually find out what exactly they needed to do. And ahead of the meeting, they resolved that they needed to move forward with the plans that they had earlier on. One of the plans was, by the way, to clean. There is a Jumani town which happened yesterday with the Aulogo community. They actually people joined in. By the way, I saw quite the number of a lot of women and men, children, and all that. Everyone came through and joined. There is the West Nile province team to do that is cleaning in. There is a Jumani Jumani, keeping Jumani Town Council clean, and that was one initiative that actually their media person TOK had communicated earlier on in one of the shows that he was with us here, and that initiative had to move on, and then one biggest issue or one biggest activity that actually they had traveled to Jumani and had planned to do before the game with Busoga was that to play the friendly that actually you have talked about, and much as they got the disappointing news of the fixture being moved ahead, they still had to stay calm and accept that they needed to play this game. So the game is being played today with Aulogo Select, like your Dalian said, and this game is going to be very interesting because the people there had really prepared, by the way, to receive the drum team, to receive Busoga, to receive whoever was in West Nile that would come through and watch that very game. The preparations were very massive. So it actually, to me, I deem that right for them to actually play that friendly with, there is a logo selector that comes in from Jumani Town Council. We'll give you whatever it is that actually takes part in this very game that will kickstart today at 4 p.m. We'll give you the consequent information on our social media handles and also in the show tomorrow.
Yeah, if you are within Adjumani district, you can actually go to Paridi Stadium. That's where the game is going to be taking place. Ordinary ticket goes at 2,000, then VIP goes at 5,000. That means VVIP goes at 10,000. We support our boys and we celebrate our ancestry. And we can also confirm to you at this particular moment, yesterday, West Nile sports team was able to visit some of the fans of West Nile province, and they also gave their reaction. In fact, they were not happy about the postponement of the game, and some of them are saying that this postponement comes abruptly. Otherwise, some of the fans of West Nile province, they had already traveled to Adjumani. So that's what they said.
I think people who are traveled earlier on actually, I really don't know, but it is love. Love for your region, love for, it's love for belonging and all that. I think it's quite a very good move, and I think the actual fan base or the last team was supposed to leave. The game was supposed to be on Sunday. The last team was supposed to leave on there is a Saturday, no, Sunday morning via Jumani. But also there was a story that I read where the ferry movement had been suspended. I was wondering how the team from Arua, Nebi, and the rest of the West Nile regions would actually travel to Jumani, because UNRWA came through and put a letter that actually they had suspended the ferry movement because they were doing a repair or a renovation, repair works, okay, or now there is the ferry that actually transports people from this other side across to there is a Jumani. But then about the funds that had actually gone there, I think whoever is watching us should just tell them we cannot blame Magogo, we cannot blame FUFA, because everyone just received the letter and planned. You're just a fan and you're complaining. How about these other the full squad that had traveled a week earlier, and how about the rest of the businessmen within Arua City that had actually donated food and financial assistance to there is the team for upkeep over within 1 week, meaning whatever it is that they donated was used, because the team has been there for close to they're coming back tomorrow from traveling on Sunday. So meaning these donations have been in vain, and that when the initial date will also be refixed to play the game, they'll still need donations, because they'll need to camp, feed, and all that. So for the fans, I should say, we should bear with it, because FUFA did not give us the reasons as to why they actually pushed these games. They just said due to unavoidable circumstances. This was not the only games that was pushed. Even KCA URA game was pushed, but but they had a reason, because of there is the coach, former coach over there is a URA, Sam Timbe, whom the sports fraternity actually lost, and that was a very clear reason for pushing that very game. But the game has been refixed.
Yeah, like you have said, not only that game that has been postponed, 4 drum games that are supposed to take place this week have been moved ahead. Once the date is fixed, we'll also be in person to let you know when these games, of course, when this game of course, is going to be played. And also a reminder to you, this game will still be played in Greater Mali region, that side of Juman at Paridi. As earlier on communicated, the next game after the game at Paridi will be taken to Greater Nebi region, probably at Luo ground. So people from Nebi, people from Greater Nebi region, this will be ready in case we happen to proceed to the knockout stages. I'm talking about the quarterfinals of the ongoing drum edition. This time it's taking our path to another story. We need to talk about the scheduled date for the game between URA and KCA. This game, like you have already said, it was supposed to be played last Sunday, 20th of this particular month. Just because of the pass away of the coach of URA, Sam Thimbe, that game was called off, and the Federation of Uganda Football Association has already rescheduled the date for this game to be played. And we need to give you the day. It's tomorrow, Friday. That's when we will see URA up against the Kasasiro boys. So it's going to be a hard one. The other team that has already proceeded to the finals is waiting either URA or as KCA. We did a massive analysis about this game. I remember it was on Saturday. KCA this time, they are very rejuvenated side. They are very prepared, just like URA. In fact, today they have already unveiled their 13th signing of the season. Meanwhile, on the other side, they have also released the 12 players, which means it's balanced. It's going to be a tough game between the two sides. URA up against the KCA, like I've already said, which I don't want to repeat again. Bulls already through, and they're either waiting for KCA or URA. Which side do you think will be facing the ball?
Initially, we had actually done an analysis over this game. I don't know if you can remember very clearly. I had given in the gong to there is URA because I was looking at KCCA preparing ahead of a continental football where they even already know the team that the side that they're going to play. So I was looking at KCCA going to rest its very key players, very legendary and good players ahead of the continental tie, not just this other one that is played within Uganda and all that. So I had actually given in I had given in my side to there is there is URA, but now with the issue that has befallen URA, I think it's going to be quite a hard one for URA also. Because one, who is going to command the game? Who is going to command the boys? Who is going to put who to play where? It's going to be a little hard. I think we discussed the issue of coaches yesterday. That is Pep Guardiola, who was supposed to be out for a full month. And I remember saying something that Benson, the way I command a game is not the same way you command the game. So it becomes a little bit hard. I think URA is still in the morning period, and you know, normally there are some players that are attached with coaches. So trust me, if there were players within the URA squad that were very close with the late Sam Thimbe, trust me, it's going to be quite hard for them to pick up their broken pieces and move on very quickly. They'll need time to heal. Even the whole team will need time to heal away from Sam Thimbe. So I was looking at actually who is going to take that command seat over there is the late Sam Thimbe, and how this person is going to command there is the game against against KCCA. It's going to be quite a hard one for URA. I really don't know what even to bet on. I should just stand on and wait for the final results tomorrow after the game is played.
Like you have said, it's going to be a hard game for the tax collectors. It's going to be their assistant coach to see that he commands these boys. But if you look at the period the guy has been having in the office, just less than 1 week, he has been in office, and the game is coming tomorrow. It's going to be something quite difficult for the team of URA to see that they go past the team of KCA. The reason as to why we are discussing about the game, just when the game is going to be played, which I want to repeat again, the game is tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday, the 25th of August. The day when the final will be played has not been scheduled yet. We'll also be in person to let you know about when the final is going to be played. Away from the story of the game between URA and KCA, this time we are turning our focus to the transfer whereby Mustafa Chiza has already completed his move to Portuguese Primera Division, joining his former club called Aruca. If you take a look at Arouca is not all that a very small club. Last season they performed brilliantly in Portuguese Primeira Division. It gave them that slot to see that they perform in the ongoing Europa Conference League. Unfortunately, in the preliminary rounds, they were already knocked out, and the Portuguese Primeira Division has already started. 2 games being played. The team has won 1 and drawing one. The recent draw they had, it was up against Vizier, which ended in a 2-2 tie. So Mustafa Chiza, of course, completing the move back to Arouca. This is an academic graduate from the team of KCA. He went to also MLS, a Major League Soccer, to play for Montreal Impact. His contract was terminated. He went to Arouca. We can also confirm to you the second phase, the second phase of last season. He was clubless. He had to come to that KCA, and he was already completed a move to Arouca. Are we seeing him signing again for the team of Arouca?
I think it's quite a very good move for there is Mustafa Chiza, who actually gets to move the other side. And we'll be, by the way, watching. There is Mustafa Chiza's Arouca side playing. There is against the likes of Benfica, Lisbon, in that very in the season that actually is upcoming. So it's going to be quite a very good platform for him to also showcase his talents, I should say, because European football, I mean, it's followed so much, and a lot of investors, I should say, watch it. And if he plays also well like how he played back home, it could land him a bigger deal, a bigger and better deal with a very with a better club, I should say. I'm not saying his Arouca club is not a good one, but he could use that as a stepping stone to actually better his future, or to probably play for his club dream, his dream club. Okay, one of the biggest clubs that probably will be having in there is the world. So it's quite a very good one, playing against huge teams like I've just said, Benfica, Lisbon, and the rest. Trust me, it's a very good one. And Mustafa Chiza, I should say, Uganda is proud of being represented.
A good one, Portuguese Primeira Division, just like you have been mentioned to the fans. Because so many people, they don't know where Arouca is. They are playing in Portuguese Primeira Division. We have already mentioned some of the clubs that plays in the league, the likes of Soccer Lisboa, Benfica, Portos of this world, Vitória Guimarães, so many clubs, Sporting Braga, which means the guy will be facing these clubs. He's a left-back, versatile defender. You draft him in the heart of central defense. He can also perform for you the work very brilliantly. With that, we have come to